All right, everyone, welcome to Brilliant Directories Webinar Wednesday. It is great to be with you today. Webinar Wednesday is a great time to get together with the whole Brilliant Directories community, ask questions, learn about what everyone is up to, and more importantly, learn from each other. If this is your first webinar, I'm Jason there on the left. We are lucky enough to have Gabe with us, one of the support specialists here at Brilliant Directories, and also Patrick Brunelle from the Customization Experts, one of the top companies making add-ons and extensions and plugins for the Brilliant Directories platform. So welcome, guys, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Hey there, everybody. Happy to be here tonight.
Gabe is our secret ninja behind the scenes. You may not hear a lot from him vocally in the webinar, but he will be answering your questions. So it's always, we're very lucky when we have Gabe with us. So thank you, Gabe. The goal of Webinar Wednesday is to help each other the best we can. If you're researching Brilliant Directories or you have multiple Brilliant Directories websites, there's always things to learn. And there's no doubt that even myself, we have questions come up every now and then. All questions are fair game. You can ask any questions about your website, how to market it, set it up, how to get more members to pay you, how to get free members to sign up, search engine optimization. Everything is fair game. If we're not able to answer a question, we'll do our best to provide you with a resource that might provide a better answer for you. So have your questions ready. We're going to get to them in just a few moments, and hopefully we can get to everyone today. All right, and generally we would plug our LinkedIn marketing group, but based on so much feedback that we received from you guys, we have now switched that to a brand new Facebook group. You can join it. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. That should direct you to our Facebook group page. I am amazed at the difference between the Facebook group is having compared to the LinkedIn group we had. The LinkedIn group was nice, but we're getting so much, better engagement. Even myself, I'm able to kind of get in and add to the discussions more easily. So there's really quality content there. We cover a lot of topics related to growing your community, marketing your directory website. And what's great is everyone is pitching in their ideas and helping each other. So it's a really great place for positive energy. And again, if you're just researching Brilliant Directories or you have one site or multiple sites, this is a great place to just learn from other directory website owners. So I encourage you to join brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. It should direct you to your our Facebook group. Just make sure you're already logged into Facebook, and then you could hit the big blue join button on that page. Let me just go there real quick. So the group looks something like this. When you're not joined, you'll have a button right here at the top where it says joined right now, but it's such an amazing group. So much positive energy in here. People are sharing their ideas. People are asking really great questions. That's what I think makes the group so great, are the questions. The quality of the questions and the topics are just so wonderful. And we had a contest winner, Mark Pines, because we had a brand new Facebook group. We were going to choose one lucky new member out of that Facebook group to win a free Power Website plan. So Mark Pines did join the group, and we've selected him from there. Mark, you can email events@brilliantdirectories.com from your email address on file with your Brilliant Directories account, and we will add that to the Power website to your Brilliant Directories account. All right, and this week we do have recommended reading, and this is more of a recommended resource. And Pat, I'm going to pass it over to you. You recommended this. Can you tell us a little bit about what HubSpot is and why they're providing these resources and why they're useful?
Sure thing. HubSpot really made a name for themselves with inbound marketing. In particular, they are a CRM. It is a pretty phenomenal tool that they've built. They have a free version, and then they do have a $50 version. It does get in the pricier end after that. But in terms of content, since they are really the innovators of pushing inbound marketing, they practice what they preach. That means is they deliver an incredible amount of high-end quality content for the public, with the idea being of inbound marketing that you give before you ask from your potential customers. So they just give out resources that you would normally have to pay for free. And of course, the inbound marketing angle of that is they get to show off that they really are experts in the field, build trust with their customers, and hopefully eventually have people sign up using their platforms. But for any directory owner, there's an incredible list of resources that we definitely recommend reading up on.
Now, I'm seeing a lot of different topics here, like Google AdWords, PPC kit, buyer personas. Like, are these applicable to people that might have directory website or lead generating website or membership websites with Brilliant Directories?
Absolutely. A lot of these are research-based with a lot of data that they've collected. So for example, you may want to analyze how Instagram is doing for marketing campaigns. The buyer personas is definitely applicable for all directory owners in order to identify who their customers are, to really define them, and to identify whether or not they have a good inbound strategy in order to nurture those potential customers.
And at what point would someone want to come here and start? How would someone know what to choose as far as all these resources? They're all related to marketing your website. How would someone know when to come here and what to choose?
Well, I personally subscribe to the blog, so I get notifications. I don't necessarily do too much browsing. I like to see what they send to me. I would probably look at the buyer personas for those that haven't done it. That would probably be a great category. You can see the topics on the left-hand sidebar. They were available there, so you can browse by topics, and that'd be my recommendation.
I see here topics, so you can see what you're if you want to create calls to action on your website, if you're looking to improve your branding, event marketing. I know a lot of people have event-driven websites, so these are just free resources for anyone, huh?
Correct.
I love it. Yeah,
it's an ocean of free resources.
Awesome. So you guys can go to HubSpot.com. I guess it's just /resources, and that'll take you to this page, and you guys can enjoy, finding material and just educating yourselves more on how to market websites in general. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Okay, and in the last webinar, we asked you guys to email us a link to your website so that we can showcase your website in this webinar. We received tons of inquiries. We saw lots of great websites. We have selected a winner for this webinar, but we'd like to carry this for the next webinar as well. So what you can do, even if you did it before, you can submit your website to events@brilliantdirectories.com. You'll see exactly in what format we're going to showcase the site and provide some constructive feedback on how to improve the website. And also next week, we'll share the website on our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page. So you can email a website link to events@brilliantdirectories.com. We'll notify you before the webinar to make sure you're in next week's webinar so that we can actually have a conversation with you about your website and provide the feedback for you. Hey, and the winner of the showcase winner is Emily. She launched her website with Brilliant Directories back in 2015. It's selectbraces.com. And Emily, I'm going to go ahead and unmute your microphone. We had two winners this webinar, Mark Pines and Emily here. There we go. Okay, Emily, you're unmuted now.
Hi, Jason.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks. Thanks for selecting my site.
Yeah, we looked at a lot of sites. We thought you'd be a great candidate to kind of review in the webinar. It'd be really beneficial for not only for yourself, but everyone who's attended today as well. Do you mind if we take a look at your website real quick?
Happy to.
Okay, great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this website, selectbraces.com. How long have you had this website online? What were your goals when you originally started? Where are you at now?
Well, I had the idea back in 2014, and I had a developer build the site, and it just wasn't getting any search traffic, and I really didn't have any background in software or digital marketing. and I was reaching out to people who had a similar target audience but who had a different product, and I was fortunate to get a call back from a CEO of a very large company, and he was very nice, and he said, I am calling you back to tell you that your website, and he said stinks, but the other word for that, and he said your URL structure is terrible, it's never going to rank in Google, and you need to find someone who can build a website that will provide the proper URL structure, or else your site is going nowhere and no one is going to want to partner with you. And I really appreciated him taking the time to tell me that. I had no idea what that even meant until he explained it to me, and then I went out searching for directory software, and I found your site, and it's been great. I started out with the classic site, and then shortly thereafter the Bootstrap site came out, and I switched over to that. And then I work with the association, the American Association of Orthodontists, to help them with their site that isn't that great. I'm currently trying to sell them a new site. And I added additional services that we sell. I didn't find that selling memberships on here was all that successful for orthodontists, even though it's low cost. So I found some other services that I could sell, and I use the site to generate leads for that, and I have a closed Facebook group that is called Orthodontist Reputation Partners, and I interact with orthodontists every day on Facebook.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's actually something.
And one, I'll tell you, one of the things I discovered today, sorry to interrupt, that was kind of exciting, and you give a lot of information about content, and I found that one of the blog articles on selectbraces.com is being featured as a rich snippet answer in Google search.
Fantastic. Which article is that, just out of curiosity?
It is if you just go to Google, it's how to change my Facebook, how do I change my Facebook category? And if you just Google how do I change my Facebook category to orthodontist?
My Facebook category to orthodontist. I think I misspelled that. It's okay.
And there it is.
Oh, this is your select braces. Okay, great. So
yes.
Okay, so the site is getting lots of good energy and love from Google.
Yes.
And okay.
And that came as a result of your recommendation to write content, to answer questions, and to make step-by-step lists.
Fantastic. That's really great to hear. So Pat and I did a little assessment of your site, and so we had some questions about what your goals were. So some goals could be like you want more signups, you want more leads from consumers. In your case, your site is actually, and I did this on our when I had the interior designer website. You're not only a searchable website for consumers and families that want to find orthodontists, but you're actually doing B2B marketing where you're trying to sell the orthodontists reputation management, online advertising, building a website for them for their professional practice, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So my question was, when Pat and I were kind of looking at the website, it's kind of catering to both audiences. And we thought that potentially they could be kind of separated a bit more. For example, in the main menu, it says pricing. Is that pricing to join the site as an orthodontist, or is that pricing menu for how much procedures cost for kids and families? So we thought that you have really good content, but just the navigation and the flow could be updated a bit better to kind of so people know exactly who the website is for and where they should go if they're a consumer or if they're a professional.
Thank you for that. I actually, I watch pretty closely the analytics on the site, and I get a lot of hits to that pricing page, and I've just recently been giving some thought to the fact that people are probably thinking that's how much do braces cost, for example. So we're working on some articles for that, but I think that's an excellent point. And I also just I don't know why it took me so long, but realized that the blog articles and the member articles are different. So I'm in the process of separating out, because I would post in the blog by admin blog administrator articles that were both relevant for orthodontic marketing and to consumers. And so now, even if I've written an article, I'm just posting them on my husband's profile if they're directed toward consumers, if that makes sense.
Yep, that's another thing we saw. The blog was catering to like root canals for children, and then how to market your orthodontist practice. It was kind of mixing the B2B and the B2C content, but it sounds like you've got that under control yourself. Separating them would be good. Working on it.
Yes, and I figured out, I thought I was trying to think how to do that. Then I realized that it's already built in. I just hadn't realized the distinction.
Okay. So is part of your funnel, because your end goal sounds like is to sell the orthodontist on other services. Is that correct? Not sell them, but offer them services that could help their business.
Yes.
Okay. And then what's the top funnel? Is it them signing up as a free member? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
And as the site is ranking higher, when people Google themselves, they're finding their unclaimed listing on select braces. And so I think that's one of the main ways that because we're adding content and climbing in the rankings, and it's really common for business owners, particularly in medicine and dentistry, to Google themselves to find out how they're doing in search. So that's, I think, the main way, and I think that's the main thrust that we're having right now, is to add content to help drive our site up in search. And if you search orthodontist reviews near me, today we're #1 in Yahoo organic and #1 in Bing organic.
Amazing. And that's really good. That's really great to hear. Do you think the orthodontists are more inclined to sign up when they see the site is geared towards like families and consumers that might need their services? So they see that the site is kind of marketing to the consumer, and then the professional says, hey, this, I'm probably going to benefit from joining this network.
That's from the orthodontist I talked to, yes, because their main complaint with the association, that is about $2,000 per year per orthodontist to join, is it never shows up in search. And so the fact that they can Google their name and find it in the first 1 to 3 pages on Google, they see value in that, and they know that their potential patients are going to find them there.
Okay. Pat and I had some recommendations on kind of some things you could do on your homepage. Not removing anything, but kind of just reorganizing a few things. And so would it also help if your site was generating leads that you could then send to the orthodontist office, and they could,
Yes, and I get some leads in there. I had before I had you install the honeypot upgrade a couple weeks ago, I had been getting so much spam that I didn't want, so I've been manually matching the leads. So it would be good. I also think that something that would be great is I have certain profiles that have over 100 visits per year. So they're getting, more than 10 a month. And so if there would be a way to be able to have kind of a way to pull that information from the dashboard so that I could target those people also to upgrade from the free, just to say that if your listing is more robust, then you might get even more traffic or something like that.
Okay. So I think what we can do now, and this is really good information, and it's important that we all heard that information, because she has a certain business model that she's trying to operate here, which is eventually providing the orthodontist with ancillary services beyond their membership and their listing on her site. Do you mind if we kind of start reorganizing things like the main menu and just a few things on the homepage?
I would love that. Thank you.
Okay. So Pat, we were talking about the main menu, and there's a lot of things like free trial, pricing, about, payment calculator, So this payment calculator is for the consumers, right?
It is, and it's sort of under development, so it doesn't look very good, but it works. But there's some more touches that one of the developers in the marketplace is working on.
Okay.
But it is a consumer page.
Okay, and then I noticed also the Scan My Practice is the same thing as Free Practice Scan here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, could
Yes.
we remove the Scan My Practice from here?
Sure.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, and probably the people who are watching this, they can kind of see that it's just a little confusing where a professional would click and where a consumer would click. So let's edit the main menu. And I'm going to remove Scan My Practice. And also these ones that are linking out, you can have them open in a new tab. So I noticed,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed some of the links in the main menu are taking people to other websites besides your own. I'm going to add back the home link.
Okay.
It's more of a comfort thing for people. And rather than ask an orthodontist, could that be like matching service or something like that, like free orthodontist finder, something like that, and basically.
I would. I was thinking, because a lot of when I do searches on Google, it'll say related searches at the bottom of the page, and it's all kinds of questions that people have about braces and Invisalign. And so I wanted to have it as not a matching page, as if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So that one would be ideal. But I do think that adding what you're saying is add or create a page from a contact form that would be something that would say orthodontic matching, free orthodontic matching service or something like that.
Exactly. We'll come back to that. Can I also remove the pricing from here, because it's also here in the top, so it's a little redundant. I just want to get rid of some of the redundancies here.
Okay.
And
Emily, while he does that, do you mind if I install something on my end that would allow you to see all the page views in the dashboard so you can target those orthodontists as well, just like you were asking?
That would be great. Thank you.
All right, great.
So what is this free trial exactly that you have here?
It's a free trial to orthodontists to try the reputation management software.
Okay, so this is again what
it's
some of the
non-consumer. It's for the orthodontist.
Okay. So this is, then you have it here, reputation management. So you have two links for the reputation management, and then.
We could move that free trial under resources for orthodontists.
Okay. We'll call it this, reputation management free trial. Is that?
Okay.
So it's clear what the.
Sure.
I thought it was a free trial for membership on your site.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna, because it's in a drop down, I'll just keep them next to each other, and I would recommend for you to.
Oh, that's a good idea.
To kind of maybe get rid of one, and maybe when you talk about the reputation management here, and then link to the free trial. So right when they learn about reputation management, you could say, why don't you try a free trial now that you've sold them on a magical page that tells them why it's important. And so on. So that way you don't need two reputation managements. But for now, I'll just keep it there. And let's see.
Okay, thank you.
And let's go to the About page. Okay, now the
menu.
menu.
I wanted to say on about this page that I commented in Facebook that I was having trouble wrapping the text, and I noticed someone from the system went in there and fixed that for me. So whoever did that, I wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, I got that for you. I did that one for you. So asking resources for them. So payment calculator, and then About. So as a consumer, I still need to get. I'm coming to this website. I want to find orthodontists, right? So I would have here a link to the directory. And let me do a couple things. I would link to your general search results page, or what you could do is link to, I think we have like a locations page that just goes by state, which would be nice for orthodontists. No, it doesn't look like you have that.
I think I changed that to state directory. It's in the footer if you want to go down there. It's
Is it?
browse by browse orthodontist by location.
Okay. Right. So you could do like orthodontist by locate. Find, orthodontist
Oh, okay.
in the menu here.
Okay.
And
Okay, that's a great idea.
we can link to this page, or we can link to the search results. But as long as it's going somewhere where somebody can start conducting a search for orthodontists.
Okay, and one of the ways, just for anyone listening, that I decided how to change that to state directory is when I search for keywords that I'm trying to rank for, sites like Health Grades come up and Yelp, and so I kind of look at what they have. And so one of the things that Health Grades, which is a huge for medical, had was state directory of orthodontists or state directory of physicians. So that's why I changed that.
Got you. So just for the main menu, because just more for the user experience, a little less for SEO, we'll just keep it as orthodontist directory.
Okay.
And what you can do, you can add a meta title here. So what did you say? State ortho
directory.
Oh, state
yeah, state directory of orthodontists.
So this will help a little bit with the SEO, and I'll show you what this does. State directory. So let's save the changes here. And what I would also do, Emily, is I would move your about up here to the contact us and login, because it's not a main navigation. It's something that should be in the footer or in the what we call the mini nav up here.
Okay.
And I would just say, about contact us login. That's usually where people would look for those types of things. So let me remove the about from here. And let's edit your mini nav. And we'll add a new link for about. And we'll put that just before the contact us. And let's see what this looks like.
Oh, that looks great.
So now also before, I don't know if this page, you had, some of them were single line and double line. So, the system will do its best to make the text look good, but at some point, you got to put the right amount of characters for it to work well. Now I can do another trick that I like to do here, just to add a little color to the main menu, and then we'll move on from the main menu. You can do this. You can edit like a special link that you want to highlight, and if you do like BTN success, and also make it bold here, there'll be a replay here, guys. So if you don't know what I'm doing, don't worry about it. Let's see if that color works well. We can try a few different colors. So it makes one of the links orange.
Oh, nice.
So it just brings a little bit more attention to what is most important. It could be that you want to send them to the page where they, where it generates a lead for you. But in your case, you're using Ask an Orthodontist. So, and then resources for orthodontists. This kind of makes sense here now. If I was a consumer, I would know that this is not for me. And then the payment calculator, that I know that that's for a consumer as well.
And with that being said, Jason, I would probably make the payment calculator go before resources for orthodontists, so that everything for the consumer-driven content is together. And now the resources for orthodontists really make sense at the end of that main menu, and the consumers are not going to get confused, and they're very unlikely to even check what's available there.
Right. Oh, thank you. That makes perfect sense.
Perfect. So we can go more into not showcasing membership levels and just having orthodontists request to be added to the site. But just because we're talking about just navigation flow for now, I think we can go to the next step, and it's a big one if you want to do it. It would be to replace this location field with the get matched lead form on the home page. Let me show you what that would look like.
Okay.
So we can choose the right verbiage. It doesn't have to be get instant quotes from professionals. It says get matched with up to 3 orthodontists in your area. Something a little not quote related, but we'll match you with up to 5 or up to 3 orthodontists in your local area. And then it would be the lead form. And if orthodontists came to your site, they would definitely know that your site is driving leads. and they would probably be more inclined to want to join your network.
Okay.
And also, I would recommend not covering the smiles of the family
Okay.
here. What you might want to do just to start is switch this to, let me show you real quick. Let's do something real quick on your homepage. The background image is a really sticking point for a lot of people. I'm going to do this to a vertical view, and then I'm going to invert the image actually. So the family's on the right side, and then the people read left to right generally, so it might look a little better. So let me copy this image here. So I'm just going to flip the image. Generally, you want to find an image where you're not covering anyone's faces. If you look at this family, for example, that's the ideal goal. A little bit of covering is okay. So let me just resave this now. And we can just save it as a high, because that's plenty. I'm just gonna, I'll even do a, well, it's in the CSS, so it doesn't matter actually. You can optimize images by file name, but because this is a background image, it won't matter. Okay, let's refresh this for now. Let's see how we're probably covering their faces. That's okay. And let's upload a new image. This is going to take a second. And then another thing we were going to talk about, Pat, you wanted to add some links over here as well, correct? I think
That's correct. It's particularly in a mobile device. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I can hear you.
All right. So yeah, this particular area is really, really good real estate, and you definitely want to take advantage of it. They should be taking the public to places you'd like them to go. There's a design setting that makes it easy to add a button, a call to action that's clickable, and you're really missing out by not taking advantage of that. And when you're on a mobile phone and you look at the hero divider, those three icons are the first thing you see after the hero image and the main call to actions. So you really want the user of your site to be able to click a button and go to where you want them to go to. So by adding buttons, you're probably going to get a lot more traffic in those sections. And that's what Jason's doing right here.
So I'll give you an example. I'll do one of the buttons right now. And then I'll add the other two, but they need to make sense. We need to actually send people. So instead of schedule with confidence, we'll figure out what it is in a second, but if I refresh the page here.
Yeah, I would have the one on the left be for searching orthodontists, and then I would have the one on the right being about reviews, rather than search orthodontics and reading reviews in the same one.
I'm thinking this might be a customized widget. Let's see the show widgets real quick. These images are loading, so let's upload that background image. Okay. And where's that image right here? So I'm going to save this. Oh, it was because I was saving over that. Okay, let me do this. Okay. So let's just give this a second to save. And let me make sure this isn't a customized widget. It doesn't need to be.
Oh, that looks really good.
I just disabled it just now.
Perfect. Yeah, that one doesn't need to be. So now there's an orange button here. It says Browse Directory. Then we can have another one here and another one here. I like Browse. Then I like the Get Match service, or get matched with orthodontists. And then the other one is where do you think another one would be good to go to?
Reviews would be a good one. It seems like she's really pushing reviews, so maybe take them to /reviews.
Let's see. Oh yeah, so you have a page like this. You could add a sidebar here so people can actually continue searching, and you can change the title here to say orthodontist, top rated orthodontists, top rated and reviewed orthodontists. So you can make this page a little more SEO friendly.
Okay.
So
thank you.
So let's say read reviews, and then I'm gonna say read reviews to find trusted orthodontists. And then this, you could put a keyword here. You could do orthodontist reviews. So you're getting a good keyword in there. And then you could do / reviews. And what should the last one be? Search orthodontist, read reviews. I mean, I like
Contact.
I like free matching service. Can we at least put it here? Free matching service.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Allow our team to connect you with top orthodontists. And do you have the get matched page, which I think, okay, so you have this page. I'm going to just link it here for now. It's the lead form. You can come here and spruce this up a bit more yourself. It seems like you're really good at making landing.
Okay.
So I feel confident. And then, so we could say orthodontist referrals. Is that how you spell referrals? 2 R's? Referrals.
2 R's.
Okay. So let's save the changes. Let's go back to the home page. And we were talking about we'll keep this as search. Can we this is your main title. Your new smile starts here. So that's what's ranking in Google as your quote unquote H1 heading.
Okay.
Can we put the word orthodontist in here?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to switch that to find the best orthodontist near me, and take that out of the search little box, and you could put your new smile starts here down there.
We could do easily find trusted orthodontist in your, we'll put the word local in there. And then what we'll do is, I'm gonna change this in a second. Find trusted, there we go. And we're gonna make the font size just a little bigger. Let's see how this, I'll just do it in your area since it's spilling over there. We'll do font size. Let's see how much we could push this. Okay, we'll do font size 64, and we'll use this text. Find trusted orthodontists in your area. Now you at least have the word orthodontist and area, so Google kind of knows it's a local search site.
Trying to figure out how to do that. So great.
Great change.
Okay, your new smile starts here. That's great for a slogan, but Google's not going to read much into that if you're trying to do SEO.
Right.
So let me update that, and also the column width is what I was changing. So you saw the text went all the way to the right, and then I made it kind of in one area. That's the column width here, and then the subheading is find the best orthodontist near me. What I like to do is maybe say like free service or something. You don't have to, but sometimes you might want to put that it's a free service to search for orthodontists. So let's save the changes there. And then I think, again, you could find maybe a better picture where the kid's face isn't covered. Let me fix see, this is 12, it should be 9. I guess I didn't change it properly. And I think you'll be good to go. Yep, that's 9 columns. Let's see if that one is a customized widget. Yep, this one, I'm just going to disable this here. It doesn't need to be customized. Okay, that'll be fixed in just a moment. Let's just compare like from what we had here. So we saw like their smiles were being covered. This is good for a slogan, but it was just it wasn't going to help you with the search engine optimization. There was no call to action links here. And if we refresh this now, I think I need to refresh the cache. The menu is a little better. We're going to get this text out of their faces. Now you have buttons here related to the calls to action.
That's great.
Okay, so now the text is out of
very
her mouth. And then we had just a couple more suggestions for your homepage. And then we'll switch to Pat regarding the profile stats. As you scroll down the homepage, we thought the videos were a little off-putting. You're like looking directly into somebody's mouth. It would be a great place for those consumer-friendly articles that you were talking about.
Okay.
So I know that you have it right here for blog. You might want to have a link here when you have your consumer-friendly articles area. You could say like dental tips and then link it to the area for the tips.
Okay.
But it might be nicer to have, you know, people smiling together and not looking into somebody's mouth for the feed.
Okay.
Videos. So what we wanted to do was move the featured orthodontists up. Get rid of the videos and put the articles with sidebar on the homepage. Can I make those changes to show you what it is?
Sure.
Okay, great. So this is really simple. So for those of you who don't kind of know how Brilliant Directories works, on the homepage you can actually choose your different section orders. So what we have is the hero divider. Those are the three things that we just did. I'm going to show recent blog articles with sidebar. And I'm going to show featured members first. Were those recent members or featured members that you were using?
Featured.
Okay, and then after that, we're going to do blog articles with sidebar, and then.
Sorry, just not to interrupt, but the blog articles are the orthodontist articles, and the member articles are the consumer-facing articles.
Do you have member articles right now?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that. It's perfect, and let's just change some of the featured members. Top orthodontist, that's fine. Check out the latest. So we could say
orthodontist, yeah, tips,
dental
like you
tips from orthodontists.
Perfect.
Okay, let's save those changes. And let's refresh the page. Okay, so what I like is you come to your home page. It's a clear main menu. It can be even better. You're seeing smiley faces that aren't covered with text and forms. If you didn't find what you're looking for, you have 3 calls to action that not only gives people an idea of what they can do, but also directs them on where to click to start doing those things. Then what I like is there's smiley faces as the next thing. That's good for the consumers and for the orthodontists that want to be featured on your site. If we scroll down, dental tips from orthodontists. Let me turn on the sidebar for this. So I'll just do the post search. I'll do the member search results sidebar.
Okay.
That way there'll be a search module there where people can search by zip code or whatever as well. Also a great place for banners and other things that you want to direct people to. So if we scroll down here, perfect. So now you have a sidebar here. And I'll add one more article just so it fits the length of the sidebar. So we'll do 5 articles.
Okay.
Now your homepage has smiley. If you have 5, that's okay. Well, you know what? There's just 3 here, so that's fine.
Okay, I'll add some more tonight.
So the difference now is you have better cues on where people should go and the purpose of your site. You have smiley faces. You have high quality images. These articles should have like super high quality, positive energy images that just make you feel really good, energy when you look at them. And having high quality images on your website just make the brand look more credible in general. And if you scroll down, you still have your calls to action. Are you an orthodontist? And then you have your footer.
I'd like to ask you a question, please, if I could. If you slide down and the sidebar where you could share this page, If you click on the Facebook, I'm not able to have, I keep getting that message on all the time I've been trying to share to the last couple days, not forever and ever, but I do a lot of sharing.
I
So
know.
when I get a new member,
You know what? Facebook recently like they have a new version. They deprecated a version of something. Email the support team for that one,
okay.
and we'll see if that's something we need to update universally, or if
Okay.
it's just on your site.
Okay, thanks.
But I know I got an email recently that they're deprecating like an old version of something. It could be related to that.
Okay.
So I feel better about your homepage here.
I do as well. Thank you.
Compared to what it was, a lot easier navigation. And this is a tip for everyone: simplify your navigation. I know on our demo site that there's tons of links up here for events, coupons, etc., etc. Try to narrow it down to 4 or 5 links on your website. It's less work for you, and it'll provide a better experience for your visitors and your potential members.
That's great advice. Thank you.
Pat, you want me to pass it over to you? Do you have the profile thing ready?
Sure, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So I know that was a mouthful for everyone, but I hope everyone kind of, it's more of a psychology on how you approach setting up your site. It could be as difficult or as simple as you need it to be. All right, I'm going to pass the controls over to you, Pat.
All right, perfect. Can you view my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. So over here inside of your admin, there's now something called plugins with a tool called Analytics Pro. This is one of the tools that is a free tool, so anybody that's interested in this can request to have this tool installed on their website. But this gives you a lot of interesting metrics about your website, such as how many members, how many in the last 30 days, month loads, signups versus logins, identifying what happened on which day, why was there a spike in logins on the 9th, for example. We'll be able to analyze what you did, how much content's being posted, and how much quantity for each one, hourly traffic this month, and then some interesting statistics in terms of your leads, which is one of the things you were just asking about, if you wish you had a tool that would give you a little bit more metrics. So we're gonna go ahead and click on view lead details. And what this is gonna do is gonna generate a report of all of the members on your website, and it by default will sort them by the members that have the most amount of profile views. So we're able to see that this member has gotten 395 profile views in their lifetime. You can sort this to have more results, and you're able to export your sets of results. Something else that's helpful is you're able to sort based on how many members have pending leads, how many members have accepted leads. This is also interesting metrics in terms of finding out who's you were able to send out the most amount of business to if there have been a lot of accepted leads. So this member has accepted 2 leads and they're just a verified member, so you know for certain that you've sent them business, plus they have 529 profile views, probably one of the top candidates you'd want to reach out to and try to upsell them to a premium listing.
Great. That's very nice. Thank you for installing that.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Yeah, I think somebody in the Facebook marketing group, let me grab the controls from you, Pat. Let's see.
Great.
I love that analytics tool. And I know you guys are working to make it better and better each day. I know in the Facebook group, someone asked a simple question. Let me go to the top here. Somebody asked, does anyone have examples of email templates they've used to convert free members to paid members? So that one was about email templates, but the idea is, how do you convert free members to paid members? So once you have those templates and your phone calls or emails that you're going to send to people, what Patrick just showed us is a great way to identify the best candidates that would be most likely to upgrade from a free membership to a paid membership, because you can see that they're getting some traction from being connected on your website. All right, I know we covered a lot there. How did we do on time there? It took a good amount of time there. I think we covered some good things. My final notes for you, Emily, would be try to figure out a way to get more people to submit leads. I would request like this free matching service. I would put that in your main menu in some way. And I would also maybe update the design of this page. The form is fine, but the elements around it can obviously be updated a bit to maybe have a smile,
Yeah.
maybe have a smiley dentist with his arms crossed or her arms crossed, looking at the person like, hey, fill out this form and you're going to get connected with orthodontists.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, Emily, thank you for being the very first person to be the Showcase My Website winner. I'm going to give you a round of applause.
Yes.
Thank
Hooray.
you so much. I really, really appreciate each weekly or bi-weekly webinar that you have, and I just really appreciate you selecting my site.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much. And as we mentioned before, guys, if you'd like your website showcased in the next webinar, just email events@brilliantdirectories.com. Just include a link to your website, and we'll choose a winner to be showcased in the next webinar. That was a lot of fun.
That's exactly what I hope it would be, and I'm looking forward to the next site already.
All right, guys, that will wrap up Webinar Wednesday for us today. The next webinar is in 2 weeks. Thank you to Emily for allowing us to showcase her website. It was great to review select braces and provide some tips and suggestions. Hopefully you guys can apply those ideas to your own website. Also, congratulations to Mark Pines, who won a free Power Website Plan. Please remember to email events@brilliantdirectories.com to claim your prize. If you haven't already done so, you can join our Facebook group. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. We can continue the conversation there. And also want to give a special thank you to Gabe and Patrick for helping us out and joining us on the webinar here.
Thanks a lot, Jason. See you guys in a couple of weeks, and looking forward to seeing which site is chosen to go over in detail.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and see you in 2 weeks.
Bye, everyone.